Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for listening to Meaningless, where we look into internet nonsense and try to understand what in the hell it all means. I am your humble host, Nate, and should I invite Bobby?
Too late. I'm in.
Bobby! Bobberdeer, raid on Bobbling Bay. I have a meme for you to look at, and I would like you to explain to our listeners what it looks like and how it reads.
All right, let's see it. Okay, well, we got an old man here. Looks like he's a veteran. He's saluting not exactly the camera, but he's saluting in our direction. And at the top it says, "Naked girl gets 500 likes in 5 minutes. Let's see how much a veteran can get."
Yeah, this guy's name is Veteran, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
poorly worded, but yeah.
Yeah. So, I wanted to start by saying that researching this meme became a lesson. I just wanted to look into this. See if I can find out who the guy is
Sure.
and kind of
Well, that's
uh,
veteran.
and yeah, that's Veteran. Yeah, but I mean, what's his last name? Coast Guard.
Maybe that is his
But
last name.
yeah, well,
He's
you're
Mr.
right.
Veteran.
Didn't think about that. Anyway, we will find out. We will find out. Maybe we will. Don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I started, I just wanted to look into this. I kind of wanted to break down the type of people who share these kind of memes and that kind of thing. Well, looking into this meme became kind of a lesson of how infected the internet is with propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean this meme is propaganda. I mean like real, honest to science propaganda. Like actual fucking propaganda. So, Bobby, are you ready to join me in what became a nightmare spiral of shitty people, shitty ideas, and one really, really sweet old lady?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. So, my first question is, what website was this meme meant for? Like, on what social media is this person seeing naked girls being posted everywhere where a vet would also make the feed?
I don't know.
Because,
I
like,
bet there's one out there.
it's probably Facebook because that's where feces lives. But like, as far as I understand, Facebook naked girls aren't supposed to be on the feed,
No,
right?
they don't last long.
Now, I know that yeah, they don't. They get taken down. But like at the same time, like websites suck at monitoring content, and that's why the internet kind of drifts back and forth between being a fucking mess and being a goddamn fucking mess. But I'm pretty certain that this person just put naked girl on this meme without having actually seen any naked girls on his meme on his feed. Unless he's trying to post this vet on Pornhub, in which case I think I know why our memer is struggling for likes. Now, like a picture of a 90-year-old vet is not he's not going to gather much engagement on Pornhub. Like you need to go to like hornynanogenarians.com or like senior fuck or wet vet. That's where our old soldier is going to get his likes and so much more. Now, let's break down this meme. The first part is a statistic. So let's see how accurate it is. Now, I could run my own experiment on social media, but lucky for us, high school paper journalist for the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger, Jordan Hooker, decided to do an experiment in algorithms already using TikTok.
Okay.
Now, I don't have a TikTok account because I'm not that into clocks, but maybe Jordan's not that into clocks either because he created two dummy accounts, and one was set up as a 16-year-old male and the other one was set up as a 16-year-old female. The male account immediately started being shown sexualized content. In the article regarding this experiment, Jordan writes, "On the male account, it took exactly 2 scrolls until I found myself reading, quote, 'This girl is flashing me, check the location,' which inherently encouraged me to interact with this zealously sex-driven media. The video had 10.6 million views and 113,000 likes in only 3 days. Okay, perfect. Let's break this down. All right, and see how it compares to our meme, what our meme is claiming. So, according to this meme, a naked girl gets 500 likes in 5 minutes. The woman flashing people got 113,000 likes in 3 days. There are 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, and 3 days in 3 days. Now, Bobby, I know what you're thinking.
Well, that's only, what, like 130.787 likes every 5 minutes?
Yeah, right.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now, remember, the meme says naked girl, though, and the girl that Jordan saw on TikTok was just flashing people. In order to be accurate, we need to know what kind of flashing. To me, nudity comes in top half, bottom half, front, and back, and each quadrant accounts for 25%. So, If our flasher is doing the full proper trench coat flash as God intended, that's 50% nudity
Right.
because she's only exposing her front half.
Right. The back half is still tastefully covered.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Uh, that's what trench coats were made for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if she's just lifting her shirt, that's 50% if she lifts exposing the back, but only 25% if she lifts the shirt and still has the shirt draped down on the back.
Mhm.
So, I wasn't able to verifiably find the exact video that Jordan saw, but if it's the one that had a major impact on TikTok, leading to a slew of memes and parodies, then the girl in question was wearing overalls and just exposing the breast. So, that's only 25% nudity, which means, in the spirit of fairness, we have to take 130.787 times 4, which equals.
Like 523.148.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
should call you Bobby Savanti.
I mean, that's pretty easy math. Anybody can do that.
So 500 is pretty damn close, though, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so our memer definitely did their research, and I 100% believe that.
Totally.
Except for there's a problem. So I looked up this image, and it gets recycled for engagement bait all the time. Sometimes with random attribution regarding who this person in the photo is, and I'm starting to think his name isn't even veteran.
Oh,
So
lies everywhere.
exactly.
The internet's full of
So-
lies.
The memer, to the memer.
Mhm.
If you really cared about vets, what's his name? I bet you have no idea because this is just engagement bait. You just want your precious likes. And to the listener who's screaming at us, exactly, why are you wasting your time on engagement bait? I have something to say to you. We can't hear you. This is a podcast. It's pre-recorded even. Get some help. Also, I'm not neurotypical. I can't help this. I'm liable to make a podcast like this completely by accident. Now, to be fair though, I think that recognizing engagement bait is important is an important part of internet literacy because it's not always just a waste of time. Like this Facebook page named Steve Smith, where they've used our vet here as their profile picture. Steve, you can't just use this picture for your profile. That's stolen valor. Besides, I'm already using it for my Facebook page, Likes4Vets. Now, Bobby, I have a prospect for you, okay? Here at Likes4Vets, for the low price of clicking your mouse, you can send one like to a vet. Well, okay, no, not actually send one like to a vet. You'll send it to our engagement page, which has a picture of a vet. The vets don't see even a single penny of your like. So that all goes to us.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we can spread QAnon nonsense and COVID conspiracies.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Cool.
You can have
All
my
right.
click.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I will use it to spread lies. Now, your engagement in our little old vet picture helps support our work in telling people not to get vaccinated, spreading lies about minorities, and other dangerous nonsense.
Oh, great.
So please,
My favorite
help,
things.
Yeah, that's right. Help us ruin society at likes4vets.facebook.rumble/racism. Anyway, back to Steve.
Can I have my click back?
Sorry, all clicks are final.
Ah, damn it.
So back to Steve Smith, back to Steve Smith on Feces Book. He's stolen our picture of our vet here, and it's just for engagement bait, which is lost my mouse. There I am. Okay, yeah. So he's stolen our vet picture here for engagement bait. Now, this page has a lot to say, such as seeming to be attempting to pit Christians and Jews against each other. They're also still torn up about Obama, posting angry things about him as recently as June 21st, 2025.
Oh, my God.
Like this meme here. That's right, we have a meme within a meme. It's
Whoa.
memeception.
Oh, God.
So this meme here. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Ah.
This one. All right. Now I want you to read this one.
It says, never forget, this is what Iran did to Americans when Obama was president.
That's right. And then what's
yeah.
the picture?
We got a bunch of guys kneeling on a ship with their hands above their head.
Yeah, yeah. And one dude just kind of chilling. You see the guy he's like resting on a box or something. Like his front half is he's like laying on the box. He's like chatting with the dude next to him, not taking this seriously at all. Anyway, that's the way Iran treated Americans. All right. All right, these Iranians, okay, I know I'm Iranian, but like these Iranians, they detained our Navy personnel. This is actually a photo of Navy personnel having been detained by Iran.
Mhm.
when their boat had inadvertently drifted into Iran territory, likely due to an engine failure that had occurred.
Oh, bummer.
In the 2016 Republican primary, Ted Cruz had this to say about the photo. Quote, "We were horrified to see the sight of 10 American soldiers on their knees with their hands on their head. It was heartbreaking. But the good news is the next commander-in-chief is standing on this stage." Now, he must have been referring to Donald Trump since that's who won, and he had this to say, quote, "Humiliation of our young 10 sailors sitting on the floor with their knees in a begging position." I don't think that's what that position is called. I don't think that's the begging position.
No.
I don't think he saw the photo. Now, the White House said that the fact that we got these soldiers back from Iran was a sign of the power of diplomacy, since they were negotiating the Iran nuclear deal at the time. But the situation must have been pretty bad for Republicans to be turning it into this much fodder. Iran should have given us our sailors back, but instead, Bobby, I want you to guess how many days, weeks, months they kept these soldiers.
7.
15 hours.
15 hours? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
15 hours.
Jeez.
But considering that I've worked longer shifts than that, it was probably the horrific conditions that the soldiers were kept in at the time.
Mhm.
Iran sent a photo of the captive soldiers once they were taken in,
Okay.
and I want you to be prepared for this, Bobby,
Okay.
because the image might be a little hard to look at.
Horrific conditions
Yeah,
there.
these are
Okay.
this is really bad.
Oh, God. They're sitting on a floor in a...
Yeah,
Kind of looks like just a big empty room.
yeah, they're laying on these beautiful Persian rugs
Yeah.
with like 4 pillows. One
Actually,
guy
doesn't look
looks
too
like one guy looks like he's kind of laughing.
Yeah,
This
it looks
dude-
like if you were in grade school and you were sitting down to watch a TV or
yeah,
a movie on
yeah.
TV or something.
Like I bet there's like an Iranian like general like pushing in the cart with the big TV
Yeah.
on it. You know, like, oh sweet.
They're gonna watch cartoons.
The next Iranian's like, all right, everyone, heads down, thumbs up. Seriously, like one guy's kind of laughing in the image.
Doesn't look too bad.
That dude laying all the way down is like he's the chillest person I've ever seen.
He's probably asleep.
He's as relaxed as I've ever seen a person. But Trump in 2016 said that the only reason we got these sailors back so fast is because Iran wanted access to their frozen assets through the nuclear deal that was being negotiated. And to Donald Trump, since I know Donald Trump's listening, I have 138 words for you. What do you mean? Because it kind of sounds like you're saying that Obama's diplomacy is the reason the soldiers were quickly returned and treated well. It's kind of like you're saying diplomacy worked. How's Fire and Fury going, Trump? Gas is $6 a gallon. We are likely going to get more restricted access to the Strait of Hormuz than we had before. And how are American detainees in Iran doing right now? Well, back in March of this year, Siamak Namazi, an Iranian American who was detained for almost 8 years in Iran, had this to say: "For Americans in prison in Iran, this is about as terrifying a moment as it gets. What these families are facing now is days of war with no clear end in sight. And those days became months, didn't they, Trump?" What a freaking dumb anti-Obama meme.
Yeah.
So, that didn't stop. Hey, it's me. Hey, it's me, Carolyn. Let's go back to our meme there. See how big she put her name on that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Real big on there.
She really wanted credit for that.
Yeah. So it's a really dumb anti-Obama meme. But but that didn't stop at Hey, it's me, Carolyn, from being pretty damn proud of it. I mean, she must have been, since she plastered her handle pretty damn huge on the image. So let's look into this idiot, shall we? And we'll get back to our veteran. He'll be fine. We're going to ride out this detour for a while first. At Hey, it's me, Carolyn has pages on the internet on a couple of websites, but she seems most popular on X, the Everything Sucks app, where CEO Elon something thought that their AI bot Grok was too woke and had his engineers, because he's not one, by the way, he's not an engineer. He had his engineers crank some levers until Grok started spouting out Nazisms and calling himself Mecha Hitler. X, the Everything Blows app, where CEO Elon something let his Grok run free and post non-consensual explicit photos of girls by request, even underage ones.
Classy.
Yeah,
Good job, Elon.
Pretty cool. Users ask Grok to, quote, put her in a bikini in order to sexualize non-consenting people, including actress Nell Fisher, who was 14 at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool website. Using Grok to create sexual images of women without their permission became just a known thing it did. In fact, on a picture of Anne Hathaway, one user didn't even bother to specify. He just simply commented, Grok, do your thing. And Grok did its thing by responding with. So you see here, we
Uh-huh.
got a picture of Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it's a nice picture.
Vanellope says, Grok, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Grok complies and says, Anne Hathaway isn't Jewish. She was raised Catholic but left the church. She married Adam Schulman, who is Jewish, in 2012 and celebrates Jewish holidays with their kids. She's played Jewish roles like in Armageddon Time. Yeah. When he asked Grok to do its thing, it did the Nazi thing.
Okay. Good job, Greg.
He didn't even spend. He asked Grok to sexualize a picture of Anne Hathaway by saying, do your thing. And Grok's like, my thing, my thing, my thing. Oh, yeah, being a Nazi. And then started to check to see if she was Jewish.
Wow.
That's pretty fucked up.
A little bit, yeah.
That is really fucked up. Anyway, yeah. X, the everything app, where Nazis and pervert assholes come together. And where at Hey It's Me Carolyn cranks out hits like this one here, where she says, I'd vote for Candace Owens. And there's a picture of Candace Owens. It says, retweet to show your support. Candace Owens is considering running for office. So, that's right. Another meme. It's meme extravaganza. All memes must go. So, according to this meme, Candace Owens is considering running for an unspecified office, and I'm supposed to retweet to show my support.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, well, unless it's the office of staying out of public life, I don't think I'm going to retweet this or re-X this, or what do they call it now? Reposting. Wow, visionary. Anyway, Candace Owens is a failure at everything except for getting attention by acting like a crazy dipshit. And this memer is hoping to gather retweets in support of her running for office, or just office in general, I guess. What a dumb Candace for office meme. But that didn't stop at Blondies from being pretty damn proud of it. I mean, they must have been, since they plastered their handle pretty damn huge on the image. Wait, this seems familiar. Oh, that's right. We found Steve Smith on Facebook, who took a meme from at Hey It's Me Carolyn, who I found on X, who took a meme from at Blondies. Okay, Blondies is from wherever the fuck. Oh God, Blondies is on Truth Social. Okay, Bobby, you know how X, formerly Twitter, is the absolute worst thing in the world? Truth Social is worse than that.
Wow.
Yeah. In my adventure deeper into the veteran Steve Smith Carolyn Blondie's rabbit hole, I traveled to Truth Social, a website owned by the president, where I am immediately greeted by an ad for the Kids Guide. Yeah, the Kids Guide. There it is.
Yeah.
So I get this ad here. That pops up. It's a tiny little ad in the middle of the screen, but the clickable ad takes up the whole screen. So it blocks everything. It's full screen ad for this thing called the Kids Guide. Okay. So I thought, all right, let's look into the Kids Guide. Let's see what this is. That was a bad idea. So
Yeah.
the Kids Guide is an educational website under eSpired, a propaganda media company founded by Trump ally Mike Huckabee, because there's no such thing as oversight or conflicts of interest anymore. At the Kids Guide, I learned that black people have Jim Crow laws to thank for their resilience and innovative talents, and that since then, America has provided equality for all. Bobby, have you noticed that when you travel south in the city, the skin color changes along with the quality of the roads, the buildings, the schools, the stores, and the jobs? That must be all that equality for all that America's providing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Black neighborhoods are the last on the list for any road or utility work, and black people are far more likely to go to jail for committing the exact same crimes that white people get a slap on the wrist for. But let me tell you, all the vast and stark statistics are just anecdotal, because according to the Kids Guide, produced by a company owned by a Christian Zionist who won't even address the Palestinians as Palestinians, America's already provided equality for all. They teach this on the Kids Guide under, I kid you not, their Black History Month lesson,
Oh, God.
which is written by a white woman named Julia, and I kid you not, a blonde-ass, white-ass woman.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is like the epitome of a white person.
Yeah, I that might be the whitest person I've ever seen. Yeah. And then she might even be AI. I have no idea.
Probably.
But she's the one who wrote their Black History Month page.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, or at least according to their website, she is. I have no idea what's true on that site. Probably nothing.
Probably.
But this is one of the insidious ways that racist propaganda hides its racism. In a page pretending to celebrate Black History Month, buried under some lip service to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., they straight up say that the Constitution was fine exactly the way it was written, as long as you include some of the premise defying amendments, and they dismiss anyone who considers part of the earliest American documents to be outdated, and they state all this in the same lines that they talk about Jim Crow laws. It is a dog whistle. East Bayard's little wink and a nod to white nationalists that they are only addressing racism because they have to, but, quote, don't worry, white supremacists, we're on your side. Shouldn't have said quote before that. They didn't literally say that, but they practically did. So, they follow up all this by saying that America now provides equality for all, suggesting that any hardships disproportionately experienced by Black Americans is their own fault. Yeah. So this website was produced by a company that Mike Huckabee owns, and I'm not shy at all saying that Mike Huckabee is a racist piece of shit. He hates Palestinians and Black people and probably lots of other people. But East Bayard's website must know that it might be a bad look being tied to Mike Huckabee, who is Trump's Zionist ambassador to Israel, whose pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian views are so extreme that Representative Jerry Nadler, a longtime Jewish Democrat, said, quote, Huckabee's positions are not the words of a thoughtful diplomat. They are the words of a provocateur whose views are far outside the international consensus and contrary to the core bipartisan principles of American diplomacy. As a Christian Zionist, Huckabee wants Christians to come together to fund the Israeli annexation of the West Bank, the region along the Jordan River where 3 million Palestinians live, a people who Mike Huckabee has historically refused to even address by name. But he was appointed by Trump, so what do we expect? Also, he's Mike Huckabee, so he fucking sucks. Anyway. East Bayard is Huckabee's propaganda machine. There is no doubt about that. But the reason why I say that the website seems to distance itself from his name is that if you read the About Us page on their corporate site, it only reads that it was founded by Brad Saft, and that's not true. Brad Saft is a CEO, and he's the investor for the media company. But at best, he co-founded the company with Mike Huckabee. Huckabee is one of Trump's propagandists that Trump employs. And the Kids Guide is part of this propaganda. And this is why they produced a book called The Kids Guide to President Trump, where Trump is praised for his amazing accomplishments. This book also features multiple cartoon images of Trump's assassination attempt, complete with face blood, and asks the question, quote, can the death penalty be used against drug traffickers? You know, kid stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
It's really fucked up.
That was on my mind all the time when I was a kid.
That's a fucked up conversation for adults to have. And that's in the kids' book. That's insane. Anyway, I eventually crawled out of the e-spiral and I looked into @Blondies on True Social. Now, Bobby, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but have you ever seen @Hey It's Me Carolyn and @Blondies in the same place at the same time?
Oh, I don't think I have.
That's because they're the same person.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, though.
No.
I'm a conspiracy truther, a pioneer among the intellectual dark web, along titans of intellect like Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson and Rob Schneider. God, you know what's kind of sad is out of the three of them, I couldn't decide who was the most laughable as an intellectually serious person. Just a fucking gaggle of clowns, those people. Actually, wait, do clowns come in a gaggle? What's a...
Maybe more like a giggle,
wouldn't
it?
Giggle. Yeah, what a giggle of clowns, these people. So, @Blondies on True Social, the page essentially posts a bunch of memes similar to the ones on @Hey It's Me Carolyn, except the page also reposts Donald Trump a lot. Wait, what do they call reposts on True Social? Retruths. Wow, visionary. Actually, on the Trump website, full of Trump fans that's owned by Donald Trump, reposts should really be called echoes, echoes, echoes. Anyway, Blondie's really likes to reflatuate things from this guy named Carrie. And probably because like Carrie comments on her page or something. I don't know. Anyway, this dude Carrie, I'm not looking into him,
Mm.
but Carrie posted this AI slop of Hulk Hogan hanging out with Ozzy Osbourne in what looks like maybe heaven because there's like clouds back there and they're both just smiling at each other. It's a really ugly AI
Yeah,
photo.
that's not well done at all.
Yeah, yeah, no. And Carrie decided to help us out by adding some hashtags.
Oh, sure.
The hashtags include things like "Rest in peace Hulk Hogan," "Rest in peace Ozzy Osbourne," and "We support Donald J. Trump."
Oh, sure. Yeah,
The
throw
fuck's
that in there.
yeah, let's just throw that at the end.
All right.
Yeah. That's Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan laughing it up in heaven, probably talking about politics and how much they love Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we can kind of go over the history of both of them.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
yeah, we're going to do that real
Do it.
quick about, regarding Trump and politics and all that. So,
Okay.
when Hulk Hogan went to the White House, he did so to interview Donald Trump, acted cordially, and Trump called Hogan a friend and a good man.
Mm.
When Ozzy visited the White House, it was somewhat reluctantly. He said he drank 3 bottles of wine before the event and described Bush as a cunt.
I miss
Uh,
Ozzy.
yeah, and the similarities continue like this.
Oh, okay.
So, during the pandemic, Ozzy said that Trump acted like a fool and suggested listening to experts, saying, quote, "Whether you like the government or you don't like the government, whatever, Dr. Fauci and all these virologist people, they tell us what we should do. Wear a mask, wash hands, socially distance." Hulk Hogan suggested listening to God, posting on Instagram, "Word up, can you handle the truth, my brother? Only love Hulk Hogan in 3 short months, just like he did with the plagues of Egypt. God has taken away everything we worship. God said, you worship athletes, I will shut down the stadiums. You want to worship musicians, I will shut down the civic centers. You worship actors, I will shut down the theaters. You want to worship money, I will shut down the economy and collapse the stock market, brother. You don't you don't want to go to church and worship me. I will make it to where you can't go to church. If my people are called my name and humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. Maybe we don't need a vaccine. Maybe we need to take this time of isolation and distractions of the world and have a personal revival where we focus on the only thing that matters, Jesus." Not each other, not hope, not friendship, not love, Jesus.
Yep. Sure.
That's, yeah. Ugh. When Hulk Hogan endorsed Trump as president, he said, quote, I want I want the world to know that Donald J. Trump is a real American hero. I'm proud to support my hero as the next president of the United States. When Ozzy was talking about Trump as president, he said, quote, if I was running for president, I would try to learn a little bit about politics because the fucking guy you have in there now doesn't know much about it, I don't think. And it's not like anybody can be a fucking heart surgeon and just go in with a scalpel. You have to know what you're fucking doing. For the most part, Ozzy Osbourne largely stayed out of politics.
Mm.
Hulk Hogan once ran for president
Mm.
and spoke at the 2024 Republican National Convention to endorse Donald Trump. Just a couple of peas in a pod, these two.
Oh, yeah.
In 2020, when Trump used Crazy Train in a post on social media, Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne responded saying, quote, we are sending notice to the Trump campaign or any other campaigns that they are forbidden from using any of Ozzy Osbourne's music in political ads or any political campaigns. Ozzy's music cannot be used for any means without approval. And they mocked musicians who were friendly with Trump by saying, quote, perhaps he should reach out to some of his musician friends. Maybe Kanye West, Kid Rock, or Ted Nugent allow use of their music.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Hulk Hogan similarly loves lending music to Trump. Donald Trump frequently uses the Hulk Hogan Real American theme, and Hogan himself walked out on stage to the theme at the RNC. Ozzy described politicians as strange people who he's not comfortable around. Hulk described being at the Republican National Convention as, quote, being in a room full of real Americans, brother. Hell, I can't tell these two apart.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Hey,
same
Grok.
person.
Hey, Grok, put Hulk Hogan in a bikini and tell me whether or not his mustache is Jewish. That's a Grok image, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, good job.
real ugly.
Mm.
Anyway, next time you see one of these shitty posts with the, let's show respect to our veterans on a random picture of the oldest looking veteran the memer could find, just ask him, Who's the veteran in the picture? Because ironically, the co-opting of this photo made this guy very, very difficult to find. Searching for the image took me to a bunch of right-wing propagandists, right-wing bots, and the bottom of the shit barrel politicians like Tulsi fucking Gabbard, who recently started pushing the narrative about dangerous biolabs in Ukraine, the same narrative that Russia cited as reason for them to invade Ukraine, and even reopened questions about Havana syndrome, the bogus theory about that Russia was using targeted magnet beams or whatever the sci-fi fuck to give people vertigo and headaches. Now, if you want to learn more about Havana syndrome, listen to our episode titled Havana Good Time. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun episode. Ashley was on that one. Actually, Ashley was on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was our guest that time. Tulsi Gabbard, conspiracy theorist and director of national intelligence. But not for long, because on Tuesday, she received a phone call from the person replacing her saying that he was replacing her. She didn't even get notified by Donald Trump, because that's what a piece of shit he is. And considering all these people using this photo of the veteran endorsed Donald Trump, it's ironic to see how he treated Tulsi Gabbard, an actual soldier in the military for more than 2 decades, when he decided to replace her with Bill Pulte, who has no military experience whatsoever, and didn't even bother to tell her that he was doing that. And Pulte is such a bad pick for the role that Trump actually backed off his plan to make him permanent director, leaving him as acting director until his next pick, Jay Clayton, can take over. Gabbard had to call Trump directly to talk about the situation. Like literally, she had to reach out to him after she was told that she had to leave.
Wow.
He asked her, okay, well, what day would be good for you? You know, meaning what day would be good for you to no longer be director of national intelligence? She said the 19th. Trump agreed, but she's still director for now. And she's scrambling to revive investigations into Havana syndrome by dismissing long accepted intelligence reports that focused magnet rays from Russia are extremely unlikely as an explanation. Anyway, long story short, I didn't find the veteran, whatever. And maybe I don't care. Maybe I did. Maybe I did find him and I don't care. The photo is more than 20 years old. He would be over 110 today anyway. And people using this photo don't give a shit who he is or was. And this image shows up on most pages hoping to gear us towards supporting a president who called military casualties losers and suckers. But you know what, Bobby? This nightmare of a rabbit hole would have been completely without light if it weren't for one sweet old lady. Not to peel the curtain back too much, but some of my research for the show takes place in person or by reaching out to people outside of the internet. I spent 17 minutes on the phone with this sweetheart of an old lady as she helped me by trying to point me to all sorts of resources to meet and talk to veterans. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I just needed to find the guy in the photo for my meme podcast. But she just kept saying things like, oh, I wish you would have called yesterday. There's a wonderful service where you could have been able to speak to some old veterans, even from World War II, believe it or not. Oh. And she's so freaking sweet. And she gave me so many resources and places to reach out to. And I ultimately didn't need any of those. But after all the lies and boiling bullshit I had to read, this helpful little old lady really did my heart good. But I don't know. Anyway, Donald Trump and his entire administration is wildly unpopular. But the internet would have you think otherwise because it's flooded with right-wing robots, sites owned by wealthy nutbag right-wing elites, and propaganda. And it's so filled with this crap that you can't even research a picture of an old man without running into lies to support this dictator everywhere. What do you think? What do you think of our meme? I don't want to look at
the original meme was.
Yeah, there it is. Like I've seen so much. What even is the original meme anymore?
Yeah, where's the naked girl? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I'd rather look at that.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till our next episode. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. There's a little peek. Tune in next week, folks.
Yeah. It made me swear off porn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to see it.
That's bad.
Oof.
Anyway, Thank you all so much for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.